Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 back again, and we have paused the game on a storm because I want to see it charged with batteries, but it just started, so that's good. I had an issue, so you know how I said in the last video that they changed the weather on Vulcan to be more cyclical and less, upper and lower ranges, right? It turns out that actually was negatively affecting all of my greenhouse growing lights because they were based on temperature. So I had to go outside and wait for the night to become day and figure out about what temperature was sunrise. And then I updated the IC unit, which is up on that wall right there, with the new temperature, and now the plants are happy again and they're growing, so it's doing a thing. This is charging. Excellent. You can see these things are just going nuts right now. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do over here in this area. It's just kind of like my starter base, and then this is kind of like my final base, I guess. Let's head up and just kind of see what's going on up here. So, yeah. Got all of our little wind turbines just going, doing their thing, so that's good. These are generating 50 watts right now. We have a lot of solar panels here, and they're all kind of generating, which is nice. But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on here. These are all just basic solar panels, but because they're enclosed here, they never take damage, which is super nice. So storm, no storm, it doesn't matter, they're all good. All right, and then other updates that I have done, I did change out the turbo pump here to be a back pressure reg, so this will keep this line at 5 megapascals. You can see the temperature here is 298, which is 26 degrees-ish, 25 degrees. So that's keeping that over there, which means that the flow of CO2 going through here is cooling down to the point to where we can just kind of dump it all into here. There's not much pressure in there right now, however, but it's because I don't have this thing really going all that fast. It's going at half a liter, so I could upgrade that to 1 liter, and we'll see how it changes things. So I need to make sure that this does not explode. So it looks like it's kind of stabilizing right about 8 megapascals-ish. So if we check that out, we should get a slight increase in temperature here, but hopefully not too much, and then that will increase. So basically the throughput through here, whatever this pump is set at is what we'll get on the back end, right? But it'll be completely cooled down to usable temperatures, and we don't have to worry about it, which is nice. It's at 25.4, so it is going up a little bit. As long as it doesn't go up too much, we should be all right. But it's all about just kind of balancing or finding the balance between what this can handle. And then this will just be like a constant flow of, well, right now 1 liter per minute or whatever it was into here. So you can see the pressure in here is now going up. So we're putting in more pressure than what we're actually using, which is what we want. But yeah, and that's coming in here at a straight 25, 26 now. So as long as that stays and it doesn't go above 30, I'm pretty much okay with all of that. And we got this thing just kind of doing its thing. This is the final cooling stage right here. So this will get it cooled down to, it was at 30 something before, but I think because I increased the throughput, it's shoving more gas through here. But yeah, so that's doing a thing. We'll have to watch that, of course. It's at 300 now. Okay, maybe it's a little too much. We'll drop it down to 7.7 liters. So that will drop our pressure in here down a little bit. That'll change this as well. So we'll just kind of play with it and see where we can find that nice balance point. And then so long as we're putting in more CO2 here than what we're actually using, we should be all right. And this is at 300, so I think it's doing all right. Yeah, so this should all be done I shouldn't have to touch this. The only other modification that I have to do here is if this thing gets, or our CO2 tank, if that gets at 40 megapascals, I want to turn off the filter. And then that should be a permanent source of CO2 for our greenhouse, and I never have to touch it again. So that's great. And then our O2 is doing really, really good. So I've got, I just used a bunch of this to make some more water. So we'll get this extra stuff out of here. Extra oxygen. I'm going to drop it down to like 100 kilopascals. Should be all right. All right, and then we'll wait for that to equalize in temperature. So it's got to get it to 108. Probably end up being like 106 or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this thing is full? Question mark. Oh, yes. Error. Combustion centrifuge is full. Empty to continue processing. Okay. So that's good. Turn this on. That should be good. So yeah, we have Constantin in here. Why are you even running right now, dude? That's fine. Okay, so this is got a little bit of stuff. Oh, right, you have to finish. There we go. Okay, so that's good there. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, so I'm not really worried about that at all. And then how are we doing on this? We're up to 93 stacks of dirty ore in here. That's a lot. Yeah, we have enough ore to last us a very, very, very long time. Now I just need to wait for this to finish whatever it's doing. There we go. Start that back up again. Not that I need it, but you know, it's always nice to have extra ores and stuff. All right, so this is still going up. Okay, good. And we no longer need to pull any more CO2, which means that, oh, there we go. Pulled a little bit more. Excellent. And then temperature here is 26.4. Perfect. So yeah, we are producing more CO2 than what we are using. Greenhouse is happy. The plants seem to be happy. I'll have to go and check on them. I've also been working on water production, because we're going to need, like, water is going to be the next big thing. So that's what we need next. Speaking of, how's our fuel? We're at 104 each. All right, that should empty out pretty quickly. There we go. Now we're up to 268 kilopascals. Good. We'll let that kind of build up again. So plants are producing oxygen, which is great. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're looking very good. Some of them took a little bit of damage, but that's because of the light issue. So like this one died. I think that's the only one I lost though. Wait, no, I lost that one too. Dang it. But yeah, so they're all doing a thing. I should probably start cooking some more of the soybean. I have one left, dude. We'll let that grow. I don't want to. You know, we'll plant just one of these. Potatoes, we have plenty of potatoes. Yeah, I don't think I really need to plant the potatoes right now. Plus we have like a ton of potatoes that are still stuck in there. I still create 4 ferns. Okay, so these are not quite seeded yet. Neither are these ones. But they're growing, so that's good. Hopefully there won't be another update that will blow up my greenhouse again, because it's rough, man. Also, I thought I put some of the soybean stuff in here. potato, potato, potato seeds, potato, 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 fertilizer, fern. I'll take that out, I guess. More fern. Potato, more fern, potato. I think I've cycled through everything now. So did I not put the soy in here? I guess I didn't. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so ferns. We have a ton of fern seeds, like, this is kind of insane. That can go there, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We have a lot of ferns. Okay, so that should be good. Yeah, we're at nearly 80 kilopascals in here, which is great. I don't think I ever reached 80 kilopascals before the explosion and before I started, you know, redoing all of my CO2 processing, whatever. Let's see. I need water, so water is going to be the big thing right now. We have 4 liters in there, and I think that's just like surplus in that tank. Like, I don't think it'll go into the tank unless it's like not being used elsewhere. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Our pressure in here is good again, so we're good here. And the tinnitus in my ear just started, and that is really annoying because it's a really high pitch and it's quite loud. It's fine. It'll go away. Alright. Anyways, so potato. Then I'll make another potato. Okay, the tinnitus has gone away now. It's annoying, dude. I think the most annoying tinnitus that I get is when it's like a super low tone. Like, I don't even know if I can get that low, but like, ooh, like that. But it's like loud and it's like ringing. That's annoying because like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just it's annoying. I'm hearing pipes complaining. It's probably just the pollutant, because that should be at a relatively high pressure. Oh, right, I have to fix that line too. Yeah, let's do that. There is liquid in the pipe. There should not be liquid in the pipe. Okay, but stress is kind of okay. How is our 1,280? Okay, so we are actually gaining quite a lot of liquid pollutant here. Okay. So this line, I'm going to move out a little bit so I can run this up the side and then into there. So we got to do, what is that? It's a straight pipe. Okay. I'm going to need more pipe, actually. I know I've got some downstairs. So just go and grab some real quick. All right, let's see. Let's paint it brown. Okay, so that'll give me 20. I probably don't need that many, but just gonna grab it anyways. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run this down here, and then this can kind of run that way, and then we're going to run this over this way, and that will just connect through. And then this one will also just connect through. All right. Okay. Now this is a 4-way junction right here, and this is also what the vent is coming out of. So I need to be very careful that I replace this with a 3-way junction. Like that. All right. And then this is just a straight pipe here. So we'll replace this with a curve going that way. So that should connect whatever that was connected to. And then this one can just go like that. And then the rest of this... Oh, yeah, right. This needs to go down this way. This can be a straight piece, and then that can just come out. There we go. Okay. All right, next thing. We need to get our CO or pollutant pipe. Go up this way. This is why I had to move it off of here, because it's got to get over to here. All right, and then this is a back pressure regulator, so that'll should already be set to what it needs to be set to, but it looks like I'm going to need more cable. So let's go and make some. Hey, we've got an extra cable. That's nice. Anything back there? Nope. Anything back here? Nope. All right. Making sure I'm keeping everything kind of squared away here. Also, how much power did we get back into our batteries during that storm? Oh, not enough. Okay. That's why we have this. All right, so that'll get some more charge into the batteries. See, what do we have on? Yeah, 21 cable. That should be enough. Good to go. All right. All right, so this will go around this way. Then I need wire snippers. There we go. So that should control this thing and keep it from exploding. So that'll be good there. I'm gonna go check it, make sure this is turned on. Looks like I need to take a shower as well. All right, and jump out into the abyss. There we go. All right, so our back pressure reg is set up properly. So that'll be good there. Ooh. Something is not happy. All right, so what? Oh, that's from that. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. And then this is our huge tank. And we have 203,000 moles of volatiles, 78,000 moles of pollutant, 80,000 moles. That's a lot, dude. That's enough CO2 to keep us going for a while. So waste tank, air tank, everything all at once, as per usual. All right. How are we doing over here? Still need some more time. Okay. Air tank, waste tank. Yeah, that's all got to be handled up here. All right. Temperature is staying pretty steady here, so that's good. We're up to 379 kilopascals of oxygen again, which is going to be dropping quickly once I do that. And then pressure inside of here is staying pretty steady as well. It's good. It's fine. I suppose once I start turning this thing back on, it depends on what our percentage of CO2 is. 43% CO2. Dang. All right. We'll take this out. That should drop our pressure down pretty quickly. suppose as long as I'm waiting for all of this, do I need food? No. Okay. I'm gonna empty out my little waste tank here. There we go. This is all seeded. That's all seeded as well. Excellent. All right. How are we doing? 4 liters of water. All right. We have to go and look at our water generation. Make sure that that's doing all right. Okay, still at 32 C in here. Oh, I think it's because that door's closed or something. I don't know. It's fine. It says I need a shower. Okay. There we go. Shower taken. 0.3 liters of liquid. There we go. Alright, so that should be good to go. This is probably going to drain this thing pretty quickly. Especially as this thing tries to replace the CO2 that was in here. So we may be a little low on oxygen in the future. But we'll just let it keep going. Eventually it'll be fine. Oh, I need this thing. That has to go downstairs. And then I suppose we can put that... Do we want to put it like here? Probably. Alright, so that'll just go there. Let's see how our water is doing. 7.7 megapascals of steam. Let's see. 0.64 milliliters of liquid in there. 2 liters of water in here. Excellent. I will take that. Throw it into the greenhouse. Eventually I'll get to the point to where I don't need to like personally shuttle the water up here. But we're not there yet, so... As long as I'm putting some water back in here, we should be all right. There we go. Puts that up to 5 liters now. That's good. Okay. Let's back up to 1 liter in there. Great. 263. We'll run this for a little bit. Get some more water in there. More steam anyways. Man. We'll let it drop down to like 100 kilopascals. That should be enough to keep the combustion centrifuge running. It's a lot of steam that I'm putting in here too, so that's good. we go. Good enough. Okay, so we'll let that keep going. It's slowly making water. And the water that comes out of here is proper temperature too. So 30 degrees, it's more than good enough. And it comes out of here at 300. Well, technically 2,300. And then this first stage drops at like 900. And this next stage drops at another 200 something. And this one drops at 50. And then this final one drops it the rest of the way. About another 15 degrees. So this is working as intended, which is great. And eventually I'm going to get to the point to where I can actually run this thing again, so that'll be good. We're going to need a lot of nitrogen, of course. But I want to keep this in there because that's also feeding the greenhouse. We want to make sure that we keep some nitrogen in there for the soybeans. This thing needs pipe, which I do not have. Wait, no. Does that need pipe? I thought it needed pipe. I could be wrong. Yeah, screwdriver and 2 pipe. Okay. So, well, let's see if we can find some pipe. I'm going to have to make it, I think, because I used the last of my pipe already, so... Also, does this even need to be on right now? Does that even need to be on right now? I don't think so. Because I'm not using any of this, so why keep it on, right? Okay, so that is all good there. This is our nitrogen cooling right here. That will hopefully get us like really, 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 really cold nitrogen, but we'll see how that works. Let's see, I don't have any regular pipe here. I think I need plastic to finish that off too. All right, so let's get this going. What are we at, 27 minutes? Okay, got plenty of time. Oh, right, this way. And I need a screwdriver, right? Yeah. And then welding torch and plastic. Okay, so that'll be good for that. I could probably get this thing set up. And do I have the generation line coming down here yet? No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get a green line down here. And then that is our main power line going through here, so that's what we're going to use for any kind of analysis, graphs, whatever. What are we doing? 10.9. We're at a liter in there again, so how much actually are we in there? 1.36. Okay. It's not filling up very fast, but it is filling up. It's about 0.1 moles every 2 or 3 seconds. If you're away long enough, you know, plenty of water. All right, let's see, what else? How much, what is this pressure at currently? Oh, yeah, we got plenty of room in there still. Okay. And this is our huge nitrogen tank, which I was assuming that we were going to be getting a lot more in here than I thought. And I still have 40 megapascals of stuff in here. And this is just heating up. Is that what's going on here? 183. Yeah, so this is going into here. That's not getting replenished, though. I'll have to think about that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'm not really too worried about it. This is just making sure that this first stage continues to work. So as long as this is doing a good thing, we should be fine. And obviously it's dropping it by 900 degrees, so I'd say it's doing pretty well. All right. Oh, hey, that blew up. That's... Wait. Liquid? This got all the way down to liquid nitrogen. Nice. Okay, well, that's fun. At least we know it works in theory. And black. Yeah, which means that I'm gonna have to... Yeah, so this has probably lost all of its nitrogen in there, whatever was left in there. But I mean, so long as it works. All right, I need power, so let's go and get some. Should probably check the batteries, make sure that they're not overfilling, and we are overfilling. All right. Here we go. How much do we have left? 170. Good. All right. Yeah, I don't really have to do anything here. I mean, this is all working as intended. So that's all good. We'll just double check the pressure and make sure it's not getting up too high. 1.42 megapascals, that's pretty good. Eventually I'm gonna have to put some sort of control on here. Should probably work on that. That's filter CO2. So let's go and throw those on here. So we're gonna get the tank first. Back pressure reg, console, digital valve CO2, evaporation chamber, filtration CO2. Should I put that first? Sure. Pump CO2 filter. Oh, should I turn off the pump? Turn on and off the pump instead? Because, I mean, we can just leave that on. Like, that's not going to do any... But I want to control this, because if I turn that off and leave that on, it's going to blow up here. So we'll control that. Okay, good. Let's get our laptop out here. And then we got to work on the coding here, so that'll be fun. We'll import this. And then pause. Okay, so we had our tank first. Wait, no. No, that was the... Hang on. Filtration CO2. Oh, right. So this has to be the actual tank. Because I'm not going to control pressure regulator... Pump CO2, purge, sensor, tank, big atmosphere, that's that one. Tank, cool CO2, there we go. So that's D3 is going to be our cool tank. Pause. Okay, so alias tank CO2, D3, and then alias CO2 filter pump, filter pump. Should just call it a filter pump. Filter pump, D4. Okay. And then I have to load the pressure. So alias tank CO2 pressure. That's going to be R2. And then, let's see, memory outside. No, we're going to set this thing. So load tank CO2 pressure. Wait, hold on. What are we doing? Yep. And then that'll run from the tank CO2. And then we're going to look up the pressure. Okay. Now we have to check the values here. So we're going to need Atmos status, pump status, maybe? Alias pump status, filter pump status. R4. Okay, so let me put this over here. So set greater than, we're going to throw it into filter pump status. And then we want to look up, see, we're comparing A to B. Okay, A greater than B. Okay, so then A has to be our tank CO2 pressure. Tank CO2 pressure, and we want that to be 40,000. So if it's greater than 40,000, it'll set the filter pump status. Oh, so it's going to have to be less than. Okay, and then after that, we're going to set, let's see, our filter pump, which is, yep, filter pump. Filter pump logic type is on, and we're going to set that to filter pump status. So as soon as our CO2 tank pressure goes over 40,000, it'll change this pump status to a 0. And if you set a 0 into the on of the filter pump itself, of the pump, that basically turns it off. So we will confirm, export. You can go into there, make sure there aren't any errors. There are no errors. Excellent. All right. So now this should still be on, which it is. And then if that ever gets over 40, it'll turn it off. And then also I have the big vent right here, which feeds this tank right here, set to turn off at 40 megapascals as well. So that should all be fairly good. Pressure of the pipe is dangerously high, you say? 5 megapascals. That is rather high. But this is being protected, sort of. So if the, oh yeah, temperature, fine, okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It says that it's dangerously high, but I think it's within reason here, so we should be okay. All right, what do you say we get some flooring in here? Wouldn't that be nice? Cover up a bunch of this stuff. Okay, so we're gonna need a bunch of the flat wall stacks. I don't know why I called it a flat wall stack, but padded wall, steel frames. Okay, I'm gonna need a bunch more of these. So we'll go ahead and make those. All right, flat wall, good. All right, and then we're gonna need a bunch of these. I'm gonna go and count real quick. So this is 3 wide. We probably wanna cover out to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna need 21 of these things. Okay. We can do that. Now what I can do here, potentially, is throw those in there too. And then once that hits 21, I can just take them all out. Now, did I need to do that? No. No, I didn't. But still, it's fun. And then this section, all of this stuff, which is my old water maker, can now come out. And then I'll put like a, I don't know, like a tank or something in here. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Let's see, how are we doing? 18, 19, 20, 21. Good. And then some steel sheets. We need a bunch more of those. All right, so that is going to be our 21 of those. Those are going to take a little while to place. We're going to go with our two-tone because we are copying Cows Are Evil, because I like his aesthetic. So then all of this will just get filled in. That should make it easier to walk back here, which will be good. There we go. Let's see, how many steel sheets do we have? That should be enough. Should be more than enough. All right, and then we just have to paint everything, so that'll be fun. Oh, right, because it's 2 steel sheets per, isn't it? Wait, no, it's 1 steel sheet. I just didn't grab the rest of them. That would make sense. All right. Okay, so now for some painting. I'm thinking because it's like we're doing about a lot of gas work, we'll just like make it like a 2-tone brown. I may change it, but this is kind of okay. It's nice smooth walking in here now. We got to watch out for things sticking out of the floor, of course, but I think overall we're fairly good. And then everything that needs to be controlled is controlled. And we don't have to do anything else in here anymore, so that's great. All right, so it's saying I need to drink something. It's saying I need power. All right. I kind of want to make this black single panel, actually. Yeah, there we go. Large panel. Still going to be brown. We'll paint it black. All right. Now this kind of continues this little pathway over here, so we kind of have like a little path going into the battery area. These are still fully charged. Great. I can do something in here. Then we've got this little red area over here because this is like our, I don't know, volatile, whatever, heating, generating, whatever we want to call it. I don't know. And this kind of goes over into here. This all looks fairly good. All right. So, progress. I like progress. Progress is good. Wait, is that still on? No, it's turned off. Huh. How are we still fully charged? Oh, maybe because I turned off all the stuff down on the bottom, we're actually generating more than we're using right now. Makes sense. Okay, next thing. Water. All right. Well, let's eat our potato first. You can go there, there. Potato. No more potato. There we go. Water's good. We'll take a shower real quick, I guess. Okay. And then we've got 0.4 liters, so we'll have that run through. There we go. All right, how are we doing? We are still draining out of our oxygen here, which is not great. We've got plenty left, so I'm not really too worried about it, but our tank here is completely empty. We are attempting to bring everything back up to pressure. Yeah, so our CO2 is back down to very, very little, which is good. Yeah, so eventually our oxygen will catch up again. This will fill up. I think we're going to be okay. And I should be able to just leave this thing on, in all honesty, so throw that there. I can put in some, I don't know, seating or something in here. Table, maybe. All right, next thing. Let's go and check on all of our plants. We'll probably harvest them. Oh, right. Might help if I put my suit on. Oh, hey. What are you doing there, sir? You're still thriving. You're still thriving. Okay, good. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on with all of the blinky blink? It's weird. Alright, anyways. So these should all be seeded. So we'll go ahead and start picking everything. Okay. Apparently we're having an issue with the game. Doesn't like something. Dude, we're gonna have so many ferns, like this is gonna be ridiculous. And that's gonna give me more issues. So argument out of range exception index was out of range, must be non-negative and less than the size of the collection. Parameter name index. Interesting. And these are not happy? Why are these not happy? They should be happy. Okay. Alright, so even more seeds. We have a lot of fern seeds right now, dude. Alright. If you're wondering how I am picking all of this so quickly, I'm holding down the Alt key. Alright. And then all of this could probably get processed. So we'll throw that down there. Oh, I could have planted a bunch of that. Well, it's fine. We're going to have a ridiculous amount of ferns here anyways, so... Yeah, there's 37. Plus 50. Yep. Okay. There we go. Everyone's happy. All right. We're going to have just a ton of ferns down there, so I'm going to have to process all of those. That is thriving, everything is thriving. Our pressure is good, our temperature is good. Our oxygen, whatever, CO2 concentration is good. Everything is good. I'm quite happy right now. All right, so that is the greenhouse. So next thing we got to check on is the water. Okay, and it's turning off the mixer down there too, so that's great. All right, wonderful. All right, how are we doing on our water? Still at 8 megapascals in there. We are up to 2 liters of water in here. Go ahead and move that up, I guess. All right, turn that on. Good to go. Excellent. All right. We're up to 5 liters in our tank. All right. So that's good. Combustion centrifuge, as you can see, is using very, very little fuel as it runs. So that's very good. Let's see, our percentage here is pretty close to ideal, so that's good. This is fairly good. All right. So let's turn this on. And then we'll turn that on, and then we're gonna have to process a lot of stuff, so get that processing. So it'll go through each stack, and then it'll grind everything, and then it'll just have everything just to process after. Yeah, so seems like we're doing fairly good. So there's the next stack of stuff right there. And then I think in the grinding process, you don't actually get any gases. It's only during the processing process that you actually get the gases out. And there's 38. I don't know like what the max like internal stack this thing has. But it's more than 39 apparently. Oh, and about the coding for the day-night cycle, now on Vulcan, nighttime starts and ends at about 225 degrees. So keep that in mind. So 225 plus 273 is going to be around 500, 498, somewhere in there. So that is the new number that I was using to get our day-night cycle proper. Otherwise, I think before it was like 150 was night, and that like stayed pretty steady like the entire night. So they changed it, as I said, so it's more cyclical. But yeah, so 498 is the new number in kelvins. .498, 499, 500, somewhere in there. So if you are determining your day-night cycle off of the temperature, that is what you will use. Just waiting for all of this stuff to grind. Super fun. Okay, so there is 100 items in here. Okay, so I'm guessing it can only hold 100? Now, this is going to use a lot of water, so I kind of don't want it to... Oh, it's actually processing already. Hey. Okay. Sir, can we get that? There we go. We have fertilizer. That's cool. But I think we'll be fine for now. So we'll leave that there. That's going to give us a little bit more nitrogen. The volatiles I'm just venting out. I don't need them. Because, I mean, the atmosphere has volatiles in it already, so no point. But the nitrogen is useful. And then this... well, this is going to be a whole thing here, so... And that's pollutant going into here, right? Which is kind of like our initial cooling, or what's going on here? Oh, I think this is just to cool our first set here. And then I've got plenty of pollutants, so I'm just venting the off gas out there. I think there was a comment that I should be saving it and putting it somewhere else, but I'm not worried about it. All right, so with that being said, and oh right, let's check our water again, just make sure that, you know, see, we're at 1 liter in there. Okay, good. Oh, okay, I need to figure out how to walk straight. I promise I'm not drunk. Alright, so that can go into there. Let's check to see how our soybeans are doing. Nice. One more stage, they should have little soybeans on it. Tomatoes growing too, so that's good. We get lots of tomatoes. And then I'm going to let the soybeans grow until they actually seed, and then I'll use the soybeans that I get to plant more soybeans. And then that'll be our oil to make our canned goods. And I know that if you eat regular French fries, it's the maximum quality of food, whatever. I want canned goods. So they keep forever, which means I can make a whole bunch of them. And especially once I start getting all the tomatoes doing their thing, it'll be good. All right. I think that's pretty much everything I need to do. So now it's just, I mean, I suppose I could start working on the Stirling engine area. But before I can really do that, I need to cool that down like to a ridiculous amount, which means I need the water situation to be handled. Let me see what our oxygen is doing right now. Okay, we're still down to nothing. Okay, so that is... Okay, good. So the room is back up to where it needs to be, and we are gaining oxygen again, so that will be full before too long. We're leaving this on, which is good, because that means that we're pulling the carbon dioxide out of here as it goes. So even with that, which requires this to replenish the oxygen, we're still gaining, so we're still plus oxygen. So that is excellent. So with that, I mean, I think we're in a pretty good place. I've recovered from the update, basically destroying my greenhouse, which was terrifying. It wasn't terrifying, but it was unfortunate, and it did not make me very happy. And then I suppose we can mess around and do some more decoration type stuff, kind of work on the walls a little bit more, because I gotta finish like all of that stuff up there too, and probably above here as well. I have to run a green line down into the Stirling room and get the Stirling engines started doing whatever it is that they're going to be doing. It's probably going to be... I mean, honestly, I'm probably just going to run a very low volume of super hot gases through the Stirling engines and have them kind of daisy link or daisy chain. So I'll be producing less power with each, Stirling engine as it goes down the line. Like the first one will produce the most, second one middle, third one less, whatever. And then I can just vent all of that to the outside, or I could, depending on how cold it gets, actually collect some of the useful stuff out of there, like oxygen, nitrogen, that kind of stuff, and then just use that to kind of add to my supply of gases. And then whatever I'm not going to be using, so that's going to be like the pollutant, I suppose, we'll just kind of leave that in there. But that is going to be it for this video, and the timing is actually pretty good. We're just barely over an hour, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.